everyone, it's me Sarah, and today I'm going to be showing you my winter evening routine. So I think like many of us, my winter routine for the evening starts a little earlier than my summer one did. The sun sets earlier, so that means I gotta start doing stuff a little earlier in the day to get myself ready for bedtime. So I am filming, it's like 5:30. I haven't even had supper yet, but the sun is setting, so I needed to get this intro in so that you guys could actually see my face. Usually I have my dinner first and then I start carrying out my evening routines and my tasks, but doing things a little differently today. So I've got on some light active wear and I'm gonna go downstairs into the basement and do some stretches. And I'm also gonna do my meditation now. Then it's finally gonna be time for dinner. And then I can get back to showing you guys different things that I do throughout the day. So if you come with me, we're gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna do some stretching. I normally like stretch after every time I do an exercise in the morning, but I haven't been doing my my cardio exercises as regular as I'd like to, especially with my new role at work and working 5 days a week. It's kind of shifted things a little bit for me. So now I've just made sure that I'm stretching as much as possible. You're on your feet for 10 hours a day, and as sad as it might sound, or maybe I shouldn't be doing it, but sometimes I don't always take a break or a lunch and I don't really get to sit down at all. So it's so important to stretch out your muscles, make sure that you're still flexible, because or else you're just going to be like locking your joints. Your muscles are going to be very tense, and then it also affects your performance for the next day. So I recently also, at the beginning of November, I went to a massage therapist, and she basically told me, she told me where on my body were like certain points I need to watch out for, and she noticed things about like my hips and stuff, and she was like, oh, what kind of work do you do? And we were just talking about how I'm normally on my feet for 10 hours a day. And she gave me tips about, she was a great person, but she gave me tips about like different insoles I should get for my steel toe boots and how it can really affect, you know, how your bones are like apparently like rubbing or something like that, and how your muscles are creating like friction. And she told me more things, and I wish I was paying more attention, but basically she said that it's very important to stretch. Because I was just so curious, I asked her like different positions that I should be using, like different yoga positions that maybe I can utilize to make sure that, you know, where she pointed out certain like tension in me, that I can like help relieve that on a daily basis at home. And she was very helpful, and she showed me different things, and basically I've just been following YouTube videos online when I stretch. And so far I've noticed major improvements. I've definitely increased my flexibility, and even at work, like I know maybe for the work I do as a assistant produce manager, don't really need that much flexibility, but definitely like when I'm now reaching stuff from like high shelves and stuff like that, like I've noticed just a better range of movement that I'm able to do, which is great for my job. So I try to stretch every night, and I'm definitely trying to make it a better habit of stretching every night before I go to bed. And then I've always kind of added meditation here and there to my routine, to my daily routine, whether I do it in the morning sometimes or at night. I use an app called Simple Habit as like a guide through the time I take for myself to be more mindful. And I really like that app. I've been using it now for about like, I'd say like 2 years. I found out about it, but whenever I do get that chance, I definitely feel a lot better. I definitely turn to it too when I'm about to make like big decisions or I'm going through a lot. It really helps to just press play on something. For me, that's what makes it so great, is because, you know, you're pressing play on something, and it's, you know that after 7 minutes it's over, or 10 minutes it's over, however long you need, you can find that specific time. But because you know there is a start and an end to it, it feels controlled and contained, and it gives you that mental time frame in your own mind that like, okay, I can section off this amount of time in my day to really focus on me. Like you're not focusing on anything else. You're focusing on whatever mantra the coach is kind of guiding you through, and you're in that presence there for yourself to focus on improving whatever you need to in your life. So I really like that, and I kind of just jump in and out of it whenever I feel like I need it the most. I'll go through a walkthrough on my phone and just grab a screen recording so that I can show you the different parts of the app. When you open Simple Habit, it'll just have, you know, a customized playlist for you. And then you can also do a wellness focus quiz and Simple Habit will show you what you need to work on. Mine personally is the mind. And then there's different categories when you meditate. And it's all personalized to what you do when you start your first quiz with them. And you can build healthy relationships, or you can focus on your eating habits, or you know, relieving anxiety from coronavirus. And there's just so much to choose from. And what I like is they have an on-the-go feature, so you just have to pick what you're trying to work on or where you are in your time of day. So mine is for sleep, then going to sleep, and then they'll start you on one. And you can pause it at any time. You can turn on nature sounds, and you can have that off if you don't like that. But it's very tailored to you and what you're looking for. And then they have a separate sleep function where you can listen to different white noises to help you get into a deeper sleep. And then now, new to Simple Habit is a move section. And a lot of these are locked. I don't pay for it myself. But they do have some free ones, like a morning yoga peace flow. And basically it is a video with a coach showing you different yoga positions and stretches. And there's much more. You really just have to search for it if you're open to paying for the subscription. And again, at the end there is the search, and look how many categories they have. And it really is customized to you. So they set me on a Sara, a 30-day plan. They keep record of your metrics in your calendar, and you can even set reminders. And you can connect it with the Apple Health app if you need that, or even Facebook. So it was just a quick walkthrough of the Simple Habit app. I'm a really big fan of it. I recommend it to anybody who's saying that they need more time to focus on themselves. Very tailored, it's personalized to what you need and what you're trying to gain from the app. And a lot of it is free. I've noticed for some of the other ones, like Headspace, they'll give you like maybe, I think it's like a week's worth of a guided meditation session plan, and that's great. But then after they start charging you, which this is, as long as you can find content that is free from coaches who are posting it, it's always available for anybody at no cost at all. So I really appreciate that, and I love their new section which they added, which is the move section. There is just so much content on that app that you can really never run out of it. So I just wanted to mention that I've definitely wanted to get better evenings and take more advantage of the time that I have in the evenings, because a good part of your health is, you know, you're sleeping and what you're doing right before you sleep, so that you can make sure that when you are resting for those hours at night, your body is doing what it needs to decompress and refresh, so that when you wake up the next day, you can be on an even better start. So this past November, I bought a glow light, and it's new to Casper. And it's one of those natural light sleeping systems, so that the light gradually gets dimmer as you're going to sleep and gradually gets brighter when you schedule a wake up. So this is the glow light, and I've had it for about a month. Well, I use it every night, of course, and I've actually seen a great improvement in my sleep, and more importantly, how I'm getting up. And I say that because I do wake up quite early in the morning, most days at around 5 o'clock, 5:10, within that window. And then other days I'm getting up at like 6:30 on my days off. So it is pretty dark when I am waking up, especially after the clocks changed. And that's not the best way to start your mornings, with, you know, the stars still out in the moon when you're going into work. But I've noticed by having this and setting those wake ups where the light gradually gets brighter has helped me feel more energized. And also because I'm waking up to the light and not an alarm, I don't know, you get up feeling happier. So it's not even like just more energy, but it's a different mood. It's a better mood. And I definitely feel like I'm getting better rest too, because you flip it to turn it on right before you're about to go to bed, and it starts out bright and it slowly starts getting dimmer until it's completely off. And having that, it makes you, like, it lulls you to sleep almost, and your body is reacting to the light that's slowly going. Your energy in your body is also like lessening with the light. And so when you're finally asleep, like when the light's off, I haven't even seen ever the light go off because my body's I'm sleeping. I'm already asleep. When I wake up, the light is at its brightest. So I think that means like it's helping my natural clock, and I'm not too sure the science in it, and I guess you can definitely go do a lot of research in these, and they are quite popular. I know my sister has a model from Philips, and I do have to say that like hers does come with different benefits. Like I know it has like a ringing to it, like it has an alarm sound. This does not have that. It's completely wireless. It comes with a charging pad, and then you can disconnect it from it and take it around as a nightlight if you ever need one. That, I think that's this selling feature where it is cordless and you can just keep it on your nightstand, whereas the Philips like alarm clock actually has to be plugged in, of course. So that is one thing I wish this had, is sound features, because I do have to set an iPhone alarm. And that's only because on the days that I work, I'm scared that I won't wake up or that like I won't wake up fast enough, because on the days I'm off, I don't set an alarm. I just use the light. And I do wake up, but I don't get up like right away. So the light wakes me up and I'm happy in my little dream state still, and I'm in my bed and I'm on my phone. But having the alarm for work like kind of forces me to get up fast and like get out and shut the alarm off and then continue on with my morning routine. So I did wish it released an actual like alarm sound so that I would have to get up and turn it off for the days I work. But it is more my style. It fits my room better. And like the Simple Habit app, I took the time and did a walkthrough of the Casper Glow Light app. So mine's called Sparky. And basically you also get to control it away from the actual light itself. So you can schedule wake ups. Now I have clearly a whole bunch for the different times that I work. And you can get it to linger, so you get to choose how long and how bright it stays on for. So I like to keep it set at 30 minutes. Just so that I don't have to turn my lamp on at all when I'm waking up. Then you can also schedule it to repeat. So then you can schedule your dimming time and how bright you want it to be. So it can be as bright as it can be, pretty bright, right in the middle, slightly bright, or not at all bright, for 90, 60, 45, 30, or 15 minutes. So then once you adjust that to your liking, you can group the Casper, and you can even turn it on when you're away from the actual device itself. The app has its frequently asked questions and even how to use it. So to start dimming it, you just flip glow and it'll turn on. And if you're not ready for bed, you just press the bright button in the middle and it'll turn itself off. To adjust the brightness, all you have to do is turn the glow light when it's on a smooth surface. And it'll either get brighter or dimmer depending on how you're turning it. And when it's completely off and you wake up in the middle of the night and you need just a little bit of light, you just gently wiggle it and it becomes a little flashlight for you. So I really recommend picking yourself up one of these, and it makes a really good gift for anybody else who has to wake up early in the morning, especially in the winter months when it is dark outside. Even if you're not waking up, say at 5 o'clock like me, and it's still dark at 7:30, this is the perfect thing to combat like seasonal depression and just more energy for the months that you know you're legging it. It is a little bit pricey, and there definitely are cheaper ones on the market, so make sure you're buying something that is right for your lifestyle and how you know, and you're definitely going to know what's best to fit that morning routine and / evening routine. So I've had dinner and I've gotten changed into my pajamas. These ones are from Aerie, and I always pick something definitely cozy for the winter nights. But last time in my other evening video, I definitely stuck to myself, whereas the winter months are definitely spent more with family. That's why we try to get things done earlier on our own, so that we can have a cup of hot chocolate and watch a movie together. So we've picked up from Sultan their hot chocolate maker. It's part of their treats line, and they have a whole bunch of different things like the candy maker that we used in another video. But if you're like us and you love hot chocolate in the winter months, and we have one about I'd say almost every night in the from like December to January. It's not good for us, but we do. This makes it so easy because you can make up to, how many cups is it? 4 cups, and it's all in one. It heats itself up, it blends, it mixes the hot chocolate and the milk together. But I don't know, personally, whenever I make hot chocolate on the stove top, I'll turn it on for a second and the milk will boil over and it'll get all over the stove, and then I end up cleaning about half of it up and I have about half a cup, and it's lousy. And I did it recently, and even though we had this, and I don't know why I didn't bother to get this out, because it would have saved me my hot chocolate and it would have saved me time from cleaning. So definitely recommend getting one of these. They're amazing and it makes it so easily, and I'll show you now. So now that I'm washed up and brushed my teeth, I'm ready to turn down my bed. And normally I'd flip my Casper light and go to bed really, but I'm not that tired tonight. So I just made myself a tea, and I'm gonna do some light reading. And when I finally feel tired, I'm gonna start the dimming process and lay my head down on my pillow. But I just wanted to say goodnight before I did all that, and hopefully you were able to find some peace from this video. Maybe it calmed you down before you went to bed tonight, or maybe you found some helpful tips along the way. I'm gonna undo my bed, and you're gonna notice something different, and that is that along one of the other things I got with the Casper light was a weighted blanket, and so far it has really made a difference in my sleep. Now that I have one, I couldn't think of not having one to sleep with. They really make a difference. You fall asleep much faster. You wake up feeling more rested, and especially like during the winter months, they're cozier. I personally have loved it. So definitely consider getting yourself one of those if you suffer from restless sleeping like I do. I mean, I move around a lot in my sleep, and sometimes it would used to take me like an hour to fall asleep in. Now with the light, with the glow light and the weighted blanket, I fall asleep in like 5 minutes, and I couldn't picture doing it any other way now. So I wanted to mention that as I turn down my bed and finally call it an end to this day. That was my evening routine for the winter. Definitely calmer than the summer one, and it definitely happens a lot earlier. It's only like 9:30 right now, but might spend like half an hour reading and then finally shut my eyes. There's no movie this time because watched Christmas with the Cranks with the family with the hot cocoa. I hope that you did find some useful tips, that this video did bring you a calm evening, and if you liked it, please hit the button below and consider subscribing to join the S&C family, because we'd love to have you, and we definitely offer a lot of helpful advice. That's definitely what we try to do here, just to make somebody's life easier, a little bit better, or try something new and have a little more fun. So other than that, hope to see you soon.